So what horrible memory from high school lives in your head rent-free? You should be over.
11th grade entrepreneurship business class. Mr. Breton, I will never forget you. I was away from school for about a week. I came back to school. He called me out in front of everyone in the class and pulled me out of the class to scold me for being out of his class for a week. I told him I was not in your class because my baby sisters, died, and I took a week off of school. And he told me that my baby sister's dying was not a good enough reason to miss his class. And then on top of all of it, he made my mom, who just experienced the loss of her children, call the school to prove that I was telling the truth.
Drunk driver 32 streamed herself on Facebook saying screw the police, downing vodka shots just hours before she killed a cop in a hit and run, then sobbed, "I'm sorry he's dead," after her arrest. Wow, I want to say that I'm glad that you're off the street and that you're going to be behind bars so that you can never hurt somebody again, but that's the result of you hurting someone. Somebody had to die for you to get caught. And after your terrible action, all you had to say was, "I'm sorry." I wonder if that was the alcohol talking or you. If anyone knows this woman, please call the police. She punched my 1-month-old grandson in the head and knocked him unconscious for half an hour. The cops are looking for her. This is her. There is also a picture of the child, but I'm not going to share that. It's pretty terrible. He has a giant bruise and welt on his face after literally getting punched by this creature. I can't think of any reasons why someone would need to punch a baby, but after giving a good look at this person's profile picture and the picture of them being arrested, you need to be a full-tilt idiot and a 100% nobody to feel justified in your decision to punch a baby. Remembering Waco and the 17 innocent lives lost, including 25 children, February 28th, 1993. No great loss, they probably would have grown up to be Trump supporters. Imagine lacking so much tact and so much self-awareness that you think posting something like this is remotely appropriate. Are you seriously advocating for the death of people who disagree with you politically? And to make this even darker, you're advocating for the death of people who potentially will disagree with you. These kids couldn't grow up and voice their opinion because they were too busy being set on fire by the FBI and ATF, both government organizations that to this day have yet to apologize for what happened. They straight up blame the Branch Davidians for their own deaths, when there is ample amount of information proving that that entire situation, the whole siege, was a botched situation, and there were many opportunities where those 25 kids and the 76 individuals stuck in the compound could have survived. Anyway, with all that being said, it's still disconcerting to know that there's many people on Twitter and just multiple social media platforms who speak directly like this individual, who hold these values simply because another group of people disagrees with them. You won't believe this. Race dog tests positive for meth. Trainer disqualified. This dude was apparently giving meth to his racing dogs to make them run faster. Who thinks to themselves, I'm going to give my dog methamphetamine just so that you can get an edge on a race? Are you serious? I would assume that the dog would just die, let alone run faster. So not only are you abusing your animals, but you're cheating as well. It really begs the question, what tests did they have to do to find out that these dogs were given meth? Is this a common thing in dog racing? Man busted at JFK with 35 live finches inside hair curlers. I think in all societies, people recognize that animal poachers are the worst. It's one thing to be an animal poacher, it's another thing to be a bad animal poacher. What made this guy think that no one was going to notice a bunch of bird skeletons pop up on the x-ray while he's being processed through the airport? And even if it's not that detailed, there was going to be heat signatures around this dude's waist and ankles that scream, he's smuggling something. This dude is smuggling something. And that's exactly what it was. This guy is so dumb. And hey, I love dumb animal poachers. It makes it so much easier for everybody to save the animals, and now those birds won't potentially suffocate and die inside of a hair curler. Telling him it's okay to vent so I can use his lows against him in the next argument. I'm happy to say that most of humanity is filled with very kind people. People who have ethics and morals and understand that if someone opens up to you, it means that they trust you and they maybe are bringing that up to seek some help. And then there's the people like you who ruin it for everyone else. It's the reason why most people don't open up. It's the reason why most men keep stuff locked up. They don't say anything because they're afraid that the one woman they're talking to, the one woman that they trust, is going to use their traumas against them in an argument, and that's got to be the cruelest thing ever. For the girls and women who are watching this video right now, you guys have been sharing your emotions with each other and other people for your whole lives. You've encountered snakes like this, and you've learned how to deal with it. You can bounce back when you encounter somebody who is this vindictive. From the guy perspective, from the male perspective, not many of us can deal with that. Opening up and taking on that vulnerability is uncharted territory for a lot of men. And women like this can break a guy down and make him never speak his emotions again. A dude will move on, maybe even start a whole family, and his future wife will ask herself why he doesn't open up. Why won't he share his feelings and his struggles with me? This is why. He will never do it again.
Bubba disapproves. So those fish are all dead right now. Goldfish are freshwater fish, and she released them into the ocean. What are you thinking, buddy? And goldfish are freshwater. You know what happens when you put a goldfish in ocean level salt water? Their gills basically get fried up and they die a horrible death. So 1, you didn't rescue them. You killed them. Painfully. And even if you did release them into a freshwater system, they're extremely invasive. You do not release goldfish into the wild. They're a menace. And by rescuing them, you're literally giving money to the business that you had to rescue them from. You're financially supporting the bad practice. So every aspect of that video is wrong.
Momfluencer Katie Sorensen faces 6 months in jail after going viral with fake tale of Latino couple trying to snatch her kids. Yeah, let's waste the police department's time just for Instagram clicks. Yep, that sounds like a great idea. The lengths people will go for some digital clout will always surprise me because there's never a ceiling to this stuff. There's always going to be someone going above and beyond to net a few thousand likes on Instagram, and as a result, these stories will only ever get more outlandish. Beloved one-legged turkey stolen from Indiana Animal Rescue. Why? You're not gonna get anything for the turkey. It's not like there's a ransom for the turkey. It's just a local turkey that's disabled that people happen to care about. I'm certain someone just kidnapped the bird just so they could eat it because they think that's funny. I'm almost certain that that's what's going down. Like, oh, let's eat the bird that everybody cares about because we're so edgy and cool. When in reality, people are just sad that a disabled turkey is now lost. Like, seriously, nobody's laughing. There's a legitimate news segment about you because you stole an animal from an animal shelter. Dear Oak Park resident, I'm really sorry for taking your flowers out of your garden. All the grocery stores ran out and I literally went to 6 different stores. I'm tired and my mom is waiting. Put myself in my shoes, alright? Before you decide to be upset. Happy Mother's Day. So you were at least aware that you were wrong in what you did, right? To the point where you made this goofy little quirky post on Facebook instead of just going up to the person's doorstep and maybe paying them for the roses. I'm sure people would understand, like, hey, it's Mother's Day, you have roses, if I can slide you like 20 bucks, can I get some? Somebody will understand your plight and will be willing to do that. But no, you stole instead because you're a trashy person.
I've made 6 videos about this, but every single one of them has gotten taken down, so I'm gonna try this again without cursing. This girl, who I strongly disliked, posted this video which has 7 million views. That's mine. Basically, she took this video from my page and put it on her page, and out of context, it makes me look like a horrible person because people can't click on my account and see that it's clearly fake. And she's pretending that I'm her ex-boyfriend and that I'm calling her ugly and saying that she needs to wear makeup, which I don't even know her. I'm upset, 1, because she's making money off my video, like my literal video that she cropped my tag off of and put on her own page. Like, it's not like she made her own video inspired by mine. It's like literally cropped out my tag and put it on her account. And 2, I'm upset because she keeps liking comments making fun of my physical appearance. I asked her to tell the truth and she's refusing because she says she's afraid of losing followers.
Gasoline, $16. I filled up a few canisters with regular gasoline 2 weeks ago to use up my Harris Teeter fuel perks, selling in 5-gallon increments at $80 each, 16 bucks a gallon. I prefer you come to West Cary. I will fill the gas for you. If you need to take the canister, I will need a $20 deposit for each canister. The deposit will be returned when you return the canister. Delivery available at $5 per mile. The delivery fee needs to be prepaid via Venmo. Are you serious? Really, while people need gasoline because there's a gasoline shortage on the east coast of the United States, you're really gonna charge people $16 per gallon. Really. Instead of just helping people, instead of just selling it at a regular price, just so that people can use their cars, you'd rather take advantage of this situation to make a quick buck. Are you serious? And on top of that, you're charging people for delivery, like you're gonna use that money to buy gasoline to recoup the miles, right? Well, that can't be true because there's no gasoline to buy. So while you're delivering all of this gas, you're just pocketing the delivery money. It's not like you're gonna use that to refill your car. So you're just stealing from people. This is just robbery. Hey, kind of a late notice, but do you want to get coffee in the morning? Oh, that sounds great actually. I'm actually pretty glad you asked. I had a pretty shitty day today. Oh, this wasn't meant for you. Ah, okay, my bad, all good. I kind of figured you know this wasn't meant for you? What do you mean? I mean, do people actually ever ask you to do things with them? Like, why would you think I would want to go out with you? You know, the conversation could have easily stopped right here. But instead, you chose to take a shit on somebody to bolster your bullshit, bankrupt personality and sense of self. I want to say that I don't understand why people act like this, but no, I completely understand. I get the science behind it. This is a perfect opportunity for you to be cruel to somebody else because you have to. No other way can someone like you with a personality like yours be maintained if you weren't a terrible person. Most people wouldn't even say this much. They would have been like, oh yeah, this wasn't meant for you, and this text message was by accident. That was my bad. Most normal people would say that, but you saw this as an opportunity to take somebody else down. I really hope whoever this is who had to deal with this text, who had to get this response, doesn't take it personally. Just realize that the person's only being this way because they don't value themselves. They feel the need to be a bully because they know that they're inadequate in some capacity. Don't take it personal, just move on and talk to people who actually care about you. I don't even need to go anywhere. I just bought it so no one else could have it. I seriously hope that a stray spark or a stray bullet catches the trunk of your car so you can be reminded, violently reminded, that it's bad to be a greedy person during a shortage. But in all seriousness, the people who are hoarding gas right now are going to have a serious rude awakening when they find out that gasoline evaporates very easily and it seriously doesn't keep for long. That's going to be useless water in like 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, there's a silver lining here. People who are, hoarding this gas during this difficult time are going to just blow their wallets and bank accounts on fuel that they'll never use, and said fuel will be useless in a few weeks' time.
There's no way. There's no fucking way, dude. There's no fucking way. I ran out of gas yesterday and left my car here, and I couldn't get a ride to come back, and my fucking wheels are gone. My fucking rims and tires. What the fuck? Fuck me, bro. Fuck. They fucked everything up, bro. Oh, I hate thieves. Fuck.
My employer paid me in crypto, it rose 700% in value, now he wants employees to return the crypto and accept dollars. I hope you can go to court for that, because no way should that be legal. No way can your employer just request back that currency when it's worth more. That's not how this works. Or at least it shouldn't work that way. Like, if the Federal Reserve were to just stop printing US dollars today, thereby creating deflation, would this employer then go to all of his employees and request, what, a couple $1,000s of their salary back because the US dollar now has more buying power? That makes no sense. You wouldn't do that with regular currency, so why would you do that with crypto? Hi, I couldn't help but notice that you posted in your story. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, what exactly are you talking about? You know, the post about pants not fitting anymore? You must have been a lot of stress and lost so much weight. You look so malnourished. That. It's not a big deal. It's not stress. I wanted to lose weight, and I'm eating enough. No need to feel sorry. Eat a damn burger, fatphobe. I was worried for you, but you're a piece of shit, anorexic bitch. Are you sure that she's the piece of shit? Because in this entire conversation, you've been condescending, you've been very rude, and you called her anorexic. She has yet to be rude to you once in this entire conversation. It's crazy to see these people stand on a soapbox and really think that they're the best person in the room when they're the rudest and most obnoxious people that you'll ever meet. The type of person to put all of their problems on society and other people because they're insecure and hyper aware of their health and their issues, and they'd rather not solve them, but they'd rather take the easy way out and blame everybody else. 1 star, just awful. We had to put our beloved family member Kuzo to sleep on November 2nd. The doctor walked in and introduced himself as, "I will be your executioner today." Really? After my dog was put to sleep, they asked you need help carrying him out? No bag, no nothing. My husband picked up our 96-pound terrier and proudly carried him through the lobby. Never mind the fact that my 13-year-old daughter had to endure the horrific event. You should be ashamed of yourself, executioner. There's a lot about this that doesn't add up. The fact that you're offended that he tried to make a joke about something pretty dark. The fact that you're putting down your dog. This doctor attempted to make a joke so that you could laugh and everybody isn't too sad about the situation. But you're also mad that he didn't give you a to-go bag for your dog that you put down? You somehow care about your dog's dignity and respect for the family, yet you can't manage to pick up the dog that you put down, that you killed. So much so that you're mad that they didn't give you a to-go bag to hold your dead animal. Are you serious? You seem like the type to be real fun at parties, huh? Jesus, like you're attempting to ruin this person's reputation in business for doing their job, all because they made a joke and didn't offer you a plastic bag so that you didn't have to carry a dead animal that you put down.
Tell me you have a shitty mom without telling me you have a shitty mom.
I've been waiting on this one. It's my time to shine. So, when I was 20, me and my first husband were trying to buy a house. Well, the loan officer was like, "You don't need to be on this loan." And I was like, "What? Why?" And she was like, "You have a lot of stuff on your credit report." So I go to look. My mother put all of her utilities in my name, her apartments in my name, her TV stuff in my name, and never, ever paid it. Then, when I confronted her about it, she told me that it was my problem and that I needed to figure it out, while also informing me that all of her friends promised to pay all of the stuff that was in my name, and they never did, so that that's their problem now as well, and not hers.
Hi everyone, I'm selling this flower and plant photo collection for $10. 1 star, didn't realize I was ordering the collection. I thought I was ordering a Latanta plant. Don't need photos. Let me get this straight, the business gets a bad rating because you can't read? This is Etsy. What makes you think that you're gonna get live plants from this platform? What individual person has the logistics necessary to mail you live plants? If you wanted live plants, Etsy isn't the place for that.
Put a finger down, really, really specific edition. Put a finger down if you've secretly been sleeping with your best friend's boyfriend for the past 3 months, but told her you were at the hospital visiting your aunt dying of COVID.
What the fuck?
You gonna put a finger down?
Are you fucking kidding me? Is this a joke?
I didn't. She wasn't
Is
supposed
this
to
a
tell
joke?
you.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I had to say something.
On this Earth Day, I'll be driving down the road, chugging empty beer cans, urinating out of doors, and doing an oil change and dumping it into the nearest waterway. Jesus Christ, attention seeking much? I get it, you don't care about the environment, and I can tell that you haven't picked up on the memo, so here it is. No one gives a fuck. Nobody cares if you care about the planet. Nobody cares if you don't care about the planet. You know what people do care about? If you do something. If you actively are trashing highways and littering and polluting, you're just gonna go to prison. And if you are cleaning up the street, if you are trying to prevent pollution, congratulations. That's what most people care about. If you're doing something. No one gives a fuck about what you have to say on Facebook. What you're telling the world is that you're an obnoxious loser who is desperate for attention. Thugs who lay in wait for wheelchair-bound pensioner beat him to death for 120 pounds. So 120 pounds is about $169 and some change. That's how much life is worth to these two people. They purposefully targeted someone who was disabled, who couldn't fight back, and they look like they're mad that they got caught. Well, one of them looks like they're upset for getting caught. The other one looks like he's about to break out in tears because of it. I really, really hope that the other prisoners in that jail treat them with the same amount of compassion and care that they did with the elderly person they robbed. I hope that they're treated exactly the same way.
I go to get this homeless lady food, being nice. Oh, this bitch, she throws this shit at me, bro. That's why I don't give him food. What the fuck, bro? She threw the rice on the door. That shit is dirty now. Now I gotta clean it. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck, yo? This bitch crazy, yo.
Vegan couple banned from owning pets after feeding their severely malnourished puppies a meat-free diet. Look at them. How did these people not know that they're harming their pets? Why do people treat dogs like humans? Dogs are pets. And if you don't treat the dog like a pet, you end up harming the dog, like these people did. And it's not like these people are giving these dogs carrots and lettuce. There's dog food that's branded as vegan. So the industry supports this, when there's already ample amount of evidence that it's a net detriment for dogs to be vegan. Ayo, shout out to the most selfish couple. Someone was having a heart attack at Roma's and the server was helping the man out, and this couple started complaining about their food not being served to them immediately. This next clip is of two young women who thought it was really funny to dress up as Klansmen on Halloween.
Take it off! Take it off! Take it off! Take it off! Take it
My response to when people in other countries get upset when the US government blows up their children: make new ones. There is something special about Twitter and the people who share their hot takes on the platform. These people are enthusiastic about sharing their ignorance with as many people as humanly possible. They have made a sport out of proving to others how little they know about a specific situation or a specific political conversation or topic. Whatever it is, they can do it. They can prove that they know the bare minimum or less. This bottom of the bell curve statement is so bad and fundamentally misinformed that it's barely political. It's just a cruel take that is only going to encourage people to point out how terrible she is. There's no conversation being had here. You're just a piece of shit who wanted a reason to be mean to others. Dad sues mom for tricking him into believing 3 sons were his for 21 years. I don't know where this is taking place, but in the United States and many states within the United States, him simply being married to her makes him legally the father of those 3 sons, which means if he divorces her and those children are below the age of 18, he has to pay child support and alimony to maintain her and her son's lifestyles. And there is no way for him to back out of that because he is legally the father. Probably the only thing that he can do is initiate the divorce on his side first and negotiate seriously low alimony payments, but that's about it. He can't do anything else than that. Given that it was 21 years, I'm assuming that the kids are grown, so he doesn't have to pay child support, but if he doesn't play his cards right, that alimony is going to hit him like a freight train. It's wildly unfair, but it is what it is. It's how things are here, and I'm pretty sure it's how things are in many other places. You ever try to steal a package, but you're really, really bad at it?
Yo!
Indiana couple arrested after 3-year-old daughter tests positive for meth and fentanyl. Officers allegedly found meth, heroin, a syringe, and drug paraphernalia in the couple's Peru, Indiana home. There's only 2 situations I can think of where a 3-year-old child can come into contact with meth and fentanyl. It's either you two are psychopaths and you gave it to the kid, or the kid found it, got into it, and nearly died because of it. It's really something that there are millions of people on this planet who simply cannot have children for X, Y, and Z, but here you guys are with a child, a couple of deplorables, neglecting that child and threatening that child's life because you're irresponsible and you couldn't be bothered.
Go on, put your Snapchat.
No, I'm fine.
Go on, please.
I've got a boyfriend.
Your boyfriend's a dickhead.
Move over there, fuck off.
He ain't with you, no, listen, forget him. He's not here, let him out with you. He wants your snap.
Oh, give me a enjoyable tango. Hey, put your stuff in there.
No, honestly.
Listen, your boyfriend's got this, he's got this.
Okay, alright. Yeah, okay.
Baby girl, listen.
You know you want to put your Snapchat now.
No, honestly.
Fuck your boyfriend, come on.
No, I'm good.
What's his name?
It doesn't matter what my boyfriend's name is. I've got a boyfriend.
Where does he live?
I'll see you later. I'll see you later.
Why is that? Come on.
3 3 a.m. confession. Once, sophomore year in college, I rubbed coke on my gums right before I made out with the dude because I thought he would get a rush and fall in love with me. It worked though, so you just admitted to a felony. If the guy ever finds out that you did that and presses charges, you're going to prison. That's just how it's gonna happen. But with all that being said, what if the guy in that moment had a heart attack and died because he was unaware that you gave him cocaine? You don't know if he had a heart condition. What if he fucking died? But yeah, I guess that doesn't cross your mind because you think you're the main character, you think that you live in a movie, and that he would fall in love with you after you drugged him. It's seriously hard to believe that there's people on this planet who genuinely think that this activity is cute or something worth bragging about. It's really terrible that since you post this on Twitter, there's going to be a whole bunch of lackeys in the comments who agree with you. This next clip is of 2 young women berating and verbally abusing an Uber driver because he won't let them eat in the car.
This is the racist car ride I've ever been in. Him right here, whatever his name is. I didn't call this ride. He said I couldn't eat my food in the Uber. Mind you, I only took a bite. You get what I'm saying? He was on me from then. He's a racist fuck, a racist Indian fuck. Yes, you. Whatever your fucking name is, we can see you. Yes, you. At the end of the day, that's extremely racist.
If she doesn't leave, I'll have to call the cops.
I don't care. Call the fucking cops. We are entitled. We paid a contract.
I'll do it. Your ride is over. Yeah. Okay, I'm talking to you nicely. Your ride is over. I've been waiting for your next Uber, but she is being abusive.
Don't let it be you.
Okay? If you want to wait, keep quiet. Wait, no problem. Did I say anything?
Okay, then shut the fuck up. You don't get to depict what we say, what we do. You don't get to depict, nigga. What are you talking about? You don't get to say, oh, we can't talk. It's a freedom. This is New York. This is America, bitch. This is America. We can say whatever the fuck we want. Shut the fuck up. Now you shut the fuck up. Talking about us, we need to be quiet. You shut.
American with no medical training ran a center for malnourished Ugandan kids. 105 died. What is there even to say? How many different systems and checks failed to cause this woman to slip through the cracks and ultimately kill 105 Ugandan children? There's almost certainly more people than her who's responsible for this. This is a great example of incompetence. 100% incompetence.
Drop a car nut on some house shoes. Blood said when you start rapping, they gon' doubt you. Trying to bubble up.
Period. We'll fuck you up. Like you trying to lock my brothers up.
To whoever stole the apple tree out of my yard within the last 20 minutes, April 29th, 6:06, I hope you're happy with yourself. I'm a 23-year-old suffering with BPD, bipolar disorder, and generalized anxiety. Gardening is one of, if not my only outlet for my mental health during this pandemic. I'm writing this in tears, just finally being able to calm myself down enough to write this. I cannot believe how horrible people are at such a sad time in this world. It might just be a plant or a tree to you, but right now, these are the things that keep me happy. And who said you could go around stealing other people's happiness? This next clip is of a 15-year-old girl trying her best to become a nail tech, and her client is actively making fun of her while she's doing the client's nail work.
My nails done by a 15-year-old. I asked for shorter. Damn, she's a little aggressive and starving. Oh. She's taking forever.
Or should I build them up more?
Aren't you the nail tech? You the nail tech? A girl wits this. She hurting me. Why? She's so slow. Like hurry.
What's next?
What next? H. These low-key cute.
Alright, so we have a receipt for $80 at a restaurant. Huh, that's funny. There's no tip. Oh, yeah, the reason why is because next time, say Happy Mother's Day. Are you fucking serious? You just deprived somebody of rent and risked their job because they didn't stroke your ego? And you posted this on Instagram thinking that people would like you? No one likes you. You're a bad person. The funny thing is people like you really aren't concerned with Happy Mother's Day or whatever like that, or anything that really strokes your ego. You were just looking for a reason not to pay a tip because you're a cheap fuck.
4.5 years ago, in 2016, I wrote and directed a short called Groundhog Day for a Black Man, which is about a black man who relives the same day over and over and tries different methods to survive a police interaction. Then, 1 year ago, after the murder of George Floyd, I got an email from Now This News. They said, "We've recently seen your short film, Groundhog Day for a Black Man, and found it very powerful. We would love to amplify it and share the message with our audience." They ended up posting it to their Facebook and their Twitter page. Then 1 year after Now This posts my short, Netflix puts out a short called Two Distant Strangers on April 9th, 2021, and it's about a black man who lives the same day over and over again and tries to survive a police interaction. It also got nominated for an Oscar. This hit me when I saw in the opening credits in association with Now This. This past Sunday, they just won an Oscar for that short, Two Distant Strangers. And I don't know what happened, I'm not making any assumptions.
Asian lives don't matter until Black lives matter. With the recent trend of Black on Asian violence in the United States, I think it's a good idea to remind the Asian community that their lives won't matter until Black lives matter. That is some mental gymnastics. Whoa. So the growth in reporting on just random attacks on the street, robbery, and murder of Asian people by Black people in the United States, it isn't because these people are racist criminals who have a hatred for Asian people. It's because apparently Black lives don't matter enough, and if Black lives don't matter, Asian lives don't matter, which justifies all the crime and violence against the Asian community coming from the Black community. Is that really your logic? I doubt that. You just have a hatred for Asian people, and you really don't like the fact that that hatred isn't really coming from the white community, it's coming from the Black community, and that looks really fucking bad. But that's really not even the point. I don't care what your justification is. At the end of the day, this solves nothing. All this does is foster and encourage racial animosity between the Asian community and the Black community. No problems are solved and everybody hates each other. That sounds like a pretty shitty reality. This next clip is of a woman who held up an entire plane because she didn't want to wear a mask and couldn't find her glasses.
Help me find my glasses. Are you recording? That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. You didn't get my permission.
Baby, stop.
No, that's illegal. You didn't get my permission at all.
Please stop.
Do you realize what you're doing?
While you at it, can you look for my glasses?
Please. This is my fiance.
Okay. I'll stop when you stop.
I'll stop when you find my glasses. No, because that's disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful? Are you kidding me right now?
How did I disrespect you?
Oh my God.
How did I disrespect you?
We've been listening to your
Because
crap
you
for
let
hours.
in these two lanes. How did I just
No, you stop. You stop, I'll stop. You stop, I'll stop. Okay?
No, that's disrespectful. No, that's disrespectful with this bald ass. You probably don't get your dick sucked, motherfucker. Virgin ass, 40-year-old virgin right here. 40-year-old virgin going to Vegas with his token. Motherfucker, you want to pick at a person that can't see shit.
Baby.
You want to pick at a person that's legally.
And last but not least, we have this bottom feeder. If a man cheats, a real woman will go on her knees, kiss his feet, and apologize for not being perfect. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if your boyfriend cheats on you, you need to understand that you lacked something that made him cheat. Instead of leaving him, find out what you're lacking and apologize to him and be a better girlfriend. A good loyal woman stays and supports her unfaithful man in difficult times. No, that's what women do who don't recognize their own value. You don't have to put up with that. He did a bad thing. He cheated. You can leave. It's not your fault that he went and fucked somebody else. He made that decision. He's a grown man. He chose to disrespect your relationship, and there's no obligation for you to stay. He disrespected you. There is no reason for you to stay. Why would you date someone who has so much contempt for you, who doesn't respect you, who doesn't care about your relationship? Just go, dip. Seriously, men and women, if your partner is acting like this, if they say that you have to put up with their adultery because you did something bad, know that you did nothing wrong and you can leave. You're worth so much more than that. That man or woman who's cheating on you is low value. There's plenty of other men and women on this planet. You'll be able to find better. Trust me, you are worth so much more than that. What's up everyone, it's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you get these notifications every time. Yeah, I know this video is a little late in the day. I think I'm uploading this at like 7 or maybe 8 o'clock, today. But it's what it is. You guys wanted the content, so here it is. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I gotta thank the Patreon supporters that make this stuff happen. A big thank you to Light1636, Broken to Aster, Masters, Jackson, The Business, Lady Laughs a Lot, Brett, Mina the Swift, Esau, Izuku, Destroyer, Trey, Muffy Luhu, Noah, Vermont, John Robinson, Eva, Catherine Taylor, Arjan, Hannah, Keith Myers, Will Billy, Dustin, and Hosmar. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one in my Patreon and one in my merch store. Both funds go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.